All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're looking at how modern spiritual seekers are completely transforming YouTube into this massive, highly searchable digital ashram. It's actually wild when you think about it. A platform originally known for viral cat clips has somehow become the primary destination for human beings searching for meaning, healing, and profound spiritual connection. I mean, when you picture spiritual growth, your mind probably jumps to a remote mountaintop, right? Or maybe a silent, secluded monastery far away from the chaos of modern life. But today's seekers, they're looking somewhere entirely different for their inner peace. They are literally reaching into their pockets, pulling out a screen, and logging on. The ashram of the 21st century is completely digital, available on demand, and algorithmically curated to meet your exact spiritual needs. 8.5 million. That's the sheer volume of videos currently sitting on the platform tagged with just one word, meditation. That's enough content to last a dozen lifetimes. It's a staggering figure that proves we aren't just looking at some niche subculture here. We are witnessing a massive global spiritual movement playing out in real time. So here's the algorithmic ladder we're going to climb today. First up, the digital spiritual boom. Then, mindfulness and meditation. After that, the manifestation machine. Fourth, science meets spirituality. And finally, the quest for awakening. Starting right off with Section 1, the digital spiritual boom. When you look at the numbers, the sheer scale of this landscape reveals a super clear funnel of user intent. Up at the top, you've got the mainstream appeal of basic mental wellness. We're talking 8.5 million videos for meditation and another 5.1 million for mindfulness. But as you drill down into more specific, action-oriented stuff, the manifestation hashtag pulls in a massive 3 million videos all on its own. You can really see the journey here, going from just wanting to find a bit of peace to wanting to actively shape reality. Which brings us to Section 2, mindfulness and meditation. Check out the stark contrast in the types of content competing for a seeker's attention. On one hand, you have access to hours-long traditional wisdom from revered figures. Think Thich Nhat Hanh, Osho, Eckhart Tolle. But right next to those deep, timeless teachings, the algorithm is serving up these ultra-modern, hyper-fast digital packages. We're talking instant 7-chakra activation with Bij mantras or 5-minute daily meditation hacks. The platform doesn't really differentiate. It just offers deep immersion and instant gratification, sitting right there side by side. And this quote right here perfectly captures what most users want at this stage of the digital journey. As the teacher Yangi Mingyur Rinpoche says in one of these popular videos, give the monkey mind a job. Because at this point, the goal isn't necessarily ascending to some higher dimensional plane. It's really just finding practical ways to tame the everyday distractions of the human brain. It's about giving that anxious, overactive monkey mind something constructive to do, just so we can get through the day with a little more peace. Moving up the ladder to Section 3, the manifestation machine. Now things get really interesting. We see users flocking to highly provocative concepts like the time collapse method, which is largely based on the mid-century teachings of the mystic Neville Goddard. Seekers are completely drawn to this idea of altering timelines, quantum jumping to new realities, and manifesting seemingly impossible desires. Notice how the language shifts from acceptance to attraction. It's promising viewers that, hey, with the exact right mental framework, you can literally command the universe to hand you what you want. And just look at how this content scales by time. A seeker can grab a quick 5-minute hack to reset their mindset during a lunch break. If they have more time, they can dive into a full 1-hour quantum jump guided hypnosis. But honestly, the most fascinating part is the marathon videos. We're talking 11-hour binaural beat sleep tracks for abundance. Users are literally leaving this content running on their devices entirely through the night, hoping to passively program their subconscious minds while they sleep. Let's head into Section 4, science meets spirituality. Looking at the data neutrally, the platform acts as this incredible leveler of information. On the one side, you have rigorous academic debates on the neuroscience of consciousness, featuring cognitive scientists like Harvard's Steven Pinker or panels hosted by The Economist. But right alongside them, generating just as many views, are purely mystical interpretations of quantum realities, videos promising quantum alignment or Pleiadian light codes for 5D activation. The algorithm serves them up totally equally, leaving it entirely up to you to navigate the blurry line between hard science and quantum mysticism. That brings us to a super specific, incredibly popular subtrend, categorizing spiritual energy into exact audio frequencies. It gives users this structured, almost clinical menu for their spiritual diet. You want deep ambient tones? Throw on 432 Hz. Need to cleanse physical infections or toxins? Believe it or not, there's a 741 hertz track with millions of views specifically for that. Or maybe you're looking for dragon energy for abundance, or want to tune into the frequency of gods. Just dial into 888 or 963 hertz. It's a fascinating synthesis of audio engineering and mystical intention. Which brings us to the peak of the pyramid, Section 5, the quest for awakening. Here, you can clearly trace the evolution of a seeker's digital journey. What starts out as simple practical breathing exercises to calm down eventually evolves into quantum manifestation to change your life. And ultimately, it culminates in these guided hour-long experiences designed to help you meet your higher self and transcend physical consciousness entirely. And the video titles themselves reveal these hidden micro-narratives about the spiritual journey. A title like Why the Awakened Must Shut Up About Their Awakening, or others detailing the terrifying paradox of self-awareness, really highlight the sometimes alienating, lonely, or demotivating realities of achieving this state. It shows us that the Digital Ashram isn't just about selling endless positivity. It actually provides a sense of community and validation for the dark nights of the soul that accompany deep self-discovery. Now, while the tip of the pyramid is definitely more niche than those massive 8.5 million meditation videos we saw earlier, the sheer volume here is still staggering. We're looking at over 1 million videos for both awakening and consciousness, and hundreds of thousands for higher consciousness. This still represents an absolutely massive amount of digital signposts pointing seekers toward profound enlightenment. Millions of hours of content dedicated to the ultimate questions of human existence right at our fingertips. So, after exploring this incredible digital ashram together, we're left with a pretty massive question. With all these instant chakra hacks, overnight manifestation tracks, and algorithmic pathways to the higher self, are these digital ladders actually evolving our minds to a higher state of being? Or are they just changing the way we consume spirituality, turning the ancient, arduous path to enlightenment into just another piece of content to casually scroll through? Well, that's definitely something to meditate on.